We'll start. All right, welcome back everybody to another video on the channel, man. Today we got a good one. We are addressing the state of the union, the state of the Fed of the WWE as it stands right now. I am Justin. I am joined here by my good friend Dom.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Let's get it, man. So today we got a good one for you guys. Like I said, we're just going to go over pretty much a lot of our thoughts right now as it stands, what the company's doing, WrestleMania, Saudi Arabia, booking in general, et cetera, et cetera. So what do you say we just get right into it?
I'm down for that.
Down for sure. So what's our first topic that we got today, Dom? What do we got cooking up?
It's good to talk about the ticket pricing. The ticket pricing has been absolutely outrageous. They've completely priced families out. I think it was Sportskeeda. They reported that Vince McMahon was more focused on basically ticket pricing in the same lane as making sure families can go to these events.
Yeah.
And TKO. They're cash grabbing. We got to be honest.
That's exactly what I was just going to bring up is TKO just like straight up just spiking prices and only caring about that, and pretty much only that is what it seems like.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a big disconnect between what they're used to doing and what the WWE is all about. So
right.
State of the Fed. The state of the Fed forever has been that these are family-friendly events. I mean, it's all about building that relationship between grandfather, father, son, or daughter, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Basically carrying on the legacy, bonding over these wrestling events.
Yep.
And the UFC is not like that. The UFC caters to a completely grown audience.
It's a totally different like dynamic when it comes to who's actually watching the sport and who enjoys it, for sure. I totally agree.
Yeah, I think obviously both sets of fandoms have their diehards that are going to watch no matter what.
Yep.
I mean, even just the move to ESPN Plus that is like a step in the wrong direction, in my opinion.
I totally agree.
The show, I mean, the PLEs are everything, and the PLEs are now inaccessible to a lot of people. I know that I will not be paying for the subscription to ESPN Plus. I will be using a VPN and I have a Netflix subscription.
Exactly. Yeah.
How do you feel about them splitting the brands between multiple different, I guess, streaming services, and specifically the PLEs having those on an entirely different service?
So for me, like with the Peacock thing, it was awesome. I'm paying like $11 a month or something. I got every single pay-per-view from now up until whenever it expires, and then also every single past pay-per-view. If I'm just chilling or something and I want to watch Hell in a Cell 2008, whatever, I'll just throw it on. Now it's like I'm the same way. I literally just told my dad the same thing 10 minutes ago. I'm not buying ESPN Plus.
No.
I'm not paying $30 a month for this when I'm paying $11 for it right now. And like you said, if I really want to watch a pay-per-view that I'm interested in, I'll turn on a VPN. Am I going to watch Money in the Bank and stuff like that? Sure. But if it's a pay-per-view that I just really don't have any interest in, why am I going to be paying all this money for? And they're pretty much bringing it back to pay-per-views is what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. And I mean, looking at it objectively, Justin, you and I are diehard WWE fans.
Right.
You have a YouTube channel that's centered around WWE content.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I used to have a podcast.
Yeah.
It was called Hell's Gate after The Undertaker's finishing move. If I'm telling you I'm going to be skipping PLEs because I don't feel like activating the VPN and changing my location so I can watch it on Netflix. I mean, what else is there to say? How many casual fans are going to drop off the face of the planet and just not watch the programming outside of, I mean, you'll have people with their families watching Raw on Netflix because everyone has it.
Right.
But the PLEs are a huge part of that.
No doubt. And even like just SmackDown. Like I personally have YouTube TV, but a lot of people nowadays are just streaming straight up.
Yep.
It's Netflix, it's Disney Plus, it's Hulu, it's all this. I'm sure SmackDown's viewership has probably gone down a little bit too. Whereas like Raw, like you said, everyone has Netflix. To me, I almost kind of like that move. I can watch Raw the next day if I missed it, etc. But with not having ESPN Plus, and I don't even really know a lot of people that have ESPN Plus in general. So for them to make this move, I'm sure like we said before, they're going to be making tons of money. But at the same time, it's like, what happened to just the love of the game for like the casuals and the diehards? Because when you got diehards that are like, I'm not doing that, then that's when you know you have a real problem in terms of like maintaining your viewership for people who actually want to watch the product, which is the biggest problem, in my opinion.
Yeah. And this ties right into, not to segue into the NBA at all, because that's not what the show's about. It's the state of the Fed, baby. But
for sure.
A high-ranking official, I cannot remember who it was. It might have been Adam Silver, but somebody said that the NBA is a clips-driven business nowadays, and they're not really worried about all these different games being on different platforms, on different streaming services, on different channels, inaccessible to people. Specifically because they could just catch up on Twitter. They could just catch up on YouTube. Yeah, like that is an insane take to me. I mean, it's partially true. Yes, TikTok is a thing, and YouTube is a thing, and whatever. Yeah. But there are people that want to sit down and watch the show start to finish. Yeah. And that's more people than I think that they're giving credence to, in my opinion.
No, I agree. And it's kind of happening with even like you could say the NFL. Like to watch Thursday Night Football, you need Amazon Prime Video or you're not watching the game. Like you can watch all the Sunday games on your local channel. You can watch the Lions on whatever Fox or whatever they're on. But at the same time, like a lot of these companies are just shifting towards streaming. And I think this is where WWE is taking it just a little too far, where it's like this was always supposed to be accessible to everyone when we're growing up.
That's what grew the company, It's because you could catch it on TV. Back before streaming services, you could just catch it on TV every single Monday. The longest running weekly episodic television show in history, right?
Exactly.
Right?
Yes. And you could go to in middle school, whatever, and the dude no, we didn't have Netflix and we didn't have this and that. You had cable and you watched the show. Yep. And then that was it. And then if you're lucky enough to get the pay-per-view, you got the pay-per-view, which is like, but it's a problem, I'd say for sure. And it's something that I don't see them catering to the fans to. Like fans aren't going to like rise up and like make a big change in terms of this. You know what I mean?
I think they'll see their viewership drop off a cliff. And
I think so.
It's just the overall attitude that has changed because of the change in ownership.
Yeah.
And that kind of ties right into our next topic is could you ever imagine Vince McMahon? I mean, the guy liked money. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Could you ever imagine him having a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia where I'm sure there are Saudi fans, right? I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take the bag. I don't think you take the bag for a WrestleMania.
No, I agree. WrestleMania is too much. Crown Jewel, cool. They get their pay-per-view.
Yeah, their own pay-per-view.
Yeah, right. They have a whole pay-per-view to themselves. The crowds at first weren't that good. Now, a lot of the international crowds are pretty damn good. I would have loved to see even something like France get a WrestleMania.
Right.
Or, some because I want to be like surface level here, but at the same time, like am I from Michigan gonna buy tickets and fly out to Saudi Arabia to watch WrestleMania?
No American is gonna do that.
Like I have no intention or no thought to even think of doing that. You know what I mean? Like it's just ridiculous and it's a total cash grab. And now I'm wondering if that WrestleMania is just going to be like one of these super shows that they tend to put on Saudi Arabia where they stack the card and they do all these weird things and it's Goldberg versus Undertaker and whatever. Not that specifically, but you know what I mean? Like, is it going to be something crazy like that? I'm not even sure. It's a few years down the line, but still it's concerning. And it's like, so it feels like a shift is what I'm getting at, I guess.
Definitely a shift in the wrong direction. And
right.
Not to mention, I mean, here's the thing. Here's my whole, I was really excited for WrestleMania because I might be misremembering this. I might not be recollecting this correctly or recalling this correctly. But if I remember correctly, weren't they supposed to do a WrestleMania, one of the next few WrestleManias in Indianapolis?
Yeah, they were.
One of the epicenters, at least geographically, of the Midwest.
And one of the best American crowds as well.
100%.
Like,
I don't understand what happened to that. What happened? Because I was excited because we live near Detroit.
Right.
We were going to be able to go to this Indianapolis WrestleMania.
If you really wanted to, you could do that. It was easily accessible. Yeah. It's one of the best crowds in America. And like you said, it's an epicenter. It's a huge stadium. It's got everything, and to make that move is just weird, almost.
I just don't understand announcing WrestleMania in New Orleans and then
Yeah.
be like, actually, you know what? We're going to go
Right.
to Las Vegas.
Right.
And then announcing a WrestleMania, whether or not it was exactly nailed down when, doesn't really matter. Hey, we're going to be in Indy, not that far into the future. We have this contract signed.
Yeah.
And then you go Vegas. Where's the next WrestleMania?
That's what I was going to ask. Is the next one in Vegas as well? Are they just doing it again?
This upcoming WrestleMania is going to be in Vegas. That I know for sure.
Because
last year was in Vegas. This year is in Vegas. Did they
Yeah.
announce the following year Saudi Arabia?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So
So
next
you're
year,
going
so-
Vegas, Saudi Arabia?
yeah, because this year was 41. They're doing 42 in Las Vegas, and then they said 43 is going to be in Saudi.
That's
So
unbelievable.
it's like, man, like what are we? And to even have it in Vegas 2 years in a row to me is ridiculous too. That's not what it's about. WrestleMania is in a different location every year because they have different themes, and it's not just, oh, we made so much money in Vegas, let's just do it again. No, it's you don't run it back. You had it in Detroit, and you were in the Silverdome, and John Cena's crashing his car through the, you know what I mean, through the glass wall and stuff, and it feels like a theme because it is every single year by year. You know,
yeah,
you
it's
have
something
it
different. It's
right.
a spectacle. It's something new every year, something fresh
Exactly.
every year. Even
Exactly.
if the storylines are recycled. Even if, I mean, there are plenty of gripes that you can have with, especially like before the like last 5. I would say pre WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
You could have 10 years of, oh, there's something I didn't like about this WrestleMania. It was boring. It was this. It was that. But at least they went to a different city. They put on a different type of show. They had similar match types. Of course, every card is built in a similar way to maximize the crowd's energy, things like that. You have to have a sleeper match. You have to have a comedy match. You have to have your great wrestling spectacle.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I've watched almost all of the Saudi shows. The recent ones have been great. They've been awesome. It didn't start that way. It started as just the big spectacle matches. And I have this weird feeling that because this is WrestleMania and it's Saudi Arabia, in the past, the Saudi Arabian government has had certain demands of who they wanted to see on the card.
Bill Goldberg, Brothers of Destruction versus DX, like all the bullshit matches that we know aren't going to be good, but it's Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Undertaker, and Kane. That's a spectacle, like you say, and that's what I'm scared of too for this WrestleMania.
How many of those are there? I'm sure they're going to have to, finish storylines. It's WrestleMania. They're going to have good matches, right? They're going to have great resolutions to great storylines. It's a given, but I'm scared that there are going to be some serious spectacle matches that are taking the place of matches that have storylines. Also, if you're going to heavily feature women on this WrestleMania card,
oh, that's another whole another road too.
You know what I mean?
I see. That's the thing too, is like even like Punk and stuff. Like when they went to Saudi, like I know he heavily disagreed with that, and it's like, you know what I mean? There's wrestlers that I'm sure are going to speak out against this, especially like you say, the women. It is kind of weird to me when I see Liv Morgan go out there in a whole ass full body suit. Like that can't be comfortable to wrestle in either. Like, let's be honest.
There was news that came out. She reported it on a podcast. I think it was Chris Van Vliet. Yeah. She literally had to peel it off of herself. She was like, it didn't breathe at all.
Drenched in sweat. Yeah. And it's
crazy.
Unfair. And the fact that like they are trying to make women's wrestling more of a spectacle, which they should, because these women are so insanely talented nowadays. Like Rhea Ripley is a top, I would say, honestly, 3 to 5 over talent in the whole entire company, men or women.
Liv Morgan, say as far as this generation goes, it's possible she's the most over person in this generation.
Exactly.
I think it's not even close, really.
No doubt. Yeah, it's really not close. I think Io Sky is one of the best workers in the company in total. Like it's not even like a debate. You know what I mean? It's not even a discussion. So it's like, what do you do with them and how do you really feature them? Because I'd love to see like a women's match main event WrestleMania again. And it's like, are they going to do that in Saudi? I don't know. You know what I mean?
So, I'm sure they will, but I mean, obviously we're working in the right direction in that regard. They didn't, the first Saudi pay-per-view that women wrestled on, they had to wear t-shirts over their bodysuits.
Literally.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
we're working in the right direction here. However, I don't foresee it being what we'll want it to be. And I think it might be a weird blip in WrestleMania history, just like the COVID WrestleMania.
Yep.
It's just going to be a very strange
One of those
feeling.
weird when it like doesn't even feel like Mania type of thing.
Right. 100%.
No, for sure. For sure. So do you want to get into some of the booking of as of late, just with the whole entire,
I would love to.
company? I would love to too. I mean, just Cody's reign, Cena's heel turn, etc. The Seth reign,
I think
obviously.
there's no better place to start than John Cena.
Okay. Yeah.
Really. I mean, I guess I'll start and I'll keep it brief so that you can. I know you have strong opinions about this.
Yeah.
So what I will say is, it's been a complete failure. John Cena's entire run thus far back in the WWE has been a complete failure. I don't want this whole thing to be negative. There will be some positives in here. Best to get the negatives out first, though. And I truly feel that this was a wasted opportunity. If you're going to do the heel turn, which I did not dislike, I was excited for a John Cena heel turn, but you didn't explain it in a way that was digestible for most people. And on top of that, you didn't really follow up with what, like, the foundation you laid. So Papa H did not cook with that one. Dwayne did not cook with that one.
No. Travis Scott.
I was excited to see, right. Oh yeah, that he should have never been involved in the first place. But if you were going to involve him, you needed to have this whole thing planned out, start to finish, and it really needed to be Rock, Cena, Travis Scott, and you could include another person from Hollywood if you wanted to round out this stable of entitlement. And they really needed to lean into that or not do that at all and just let him turn heel. And Hulk Hogan, I did it for the money, brother. Do something along those lines to where give him a real reason to turn. If you wanted to pursue this route with this weird Hollywood faction, I really think they missed an opportunity. I think it might be The Rock's fault, but I don't believe that Travis Scott was the right celebrity to put in there in the first place. I get the box office appeal, all of that, but I don't know. What do you think about it?
So I totally agree, and to piggyback on that, like you said, I didn't dislike the Cena heel turn at all. I was hype as hell when Cena turned heel. I'm like, wow, finally. Because here's the thing. John Cena undisputedly is, in this era, the last 20 years, the poster boy for WWE. Always a good guy, always tended to the kids. The fact that you made his heel turn about the fans and them not respecting Cena and all this, instead of, like you said, a Hollywood heel turn. We know he's in the movies. We know he's Peacemaker. We know he's all this. The Rock is the same way. We know The Rock as a wrestler, obviously, but he's taken that Hollywood persona and put it into WWE. So we have no other choice but to view him as both. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just The Rock. It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Obviously, the final boss, everything like that. Awesome. Because you knew that The Rock was in Hollywood and all this. Travis Scott thing, again, like you said, they could have made this like a big faction and maybe even added like a young and up-and-coming superstar, like a Ethan Page or something like that. Hey, I want in on this. I want to be in the movies too. All this. You could have done all that. But the fact that they just made it about John Cena coming out every single week and trashing the fans while they're actively like cheering him still, during his matches while he wins, it was very weird. And the one main gripe that I have about it, he came out on SmackDown on a random week before SummerSlam and just said, sorry, it's over. I'm done.
Yeah, what was that?
I mean, come on. Like, that's how you pay it off. It's not even like Cody convinces him. And I'm a Cody fan, don't get me wrong, but like,
yeah, I love Cody.
I love Cody. And it's like, you couldn't have like done something like that to just push Cody as the super ultra babyface to then one point, then you can have like a Cena heel turn type of thing with Cody. But no, it was, I'm going to come out on SmackDown. And if you're not on YouTube TV watching SmackDown right now or on cable, then you're just going to miss it. And you can catch it on Twitter. Really, that's how you do it. To me, it should have been either a double turn or just a babyface turn at SummerSlam. And that's it. Because how you take the number one guy in your company for the last 25 years and fumble that is absolutely crazy to me. And I love the turn at the beginning, and I like the stuff. I love the CM Punk pipe bomb, the throwback to that. I liked all the callbacks. I don't think that they really truly took advantage of what they really could have done. You had a one-off match with Randy Orton, and that was it. Orton never mentioned Cena again. He loses. Cena cheats to win.
Move along.
Orton never mentions it. Truth turns on Cena. He's back to his comedy act. He loves Cena again. I mean,
it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. None of it made sense. I think that there are a lot of things going on here. I have a couple theories. I'll give you one right now. I think this was an instance of too many chefs in the kitchen here.
Yep.
You had Triple H, you had John Cena, you had The Rock, and who knows, Brian Gewirtz, or however many other people were in that room for the initial heel turn. I didn't originally love the reasons. Oh, I sold my soul. What does that even mean, first of all?
Why does John Cena need to sell his soul?
Right, he doesn't.
He's
the
greatest of all time.
But if you wanted to commit to it, bro. If you wanted to backtrack it and be like, yeah, that's the reason I got all these jobs in Hollywood. You thought I did that on my own? Nope, I did it with The Rock's help. Exactly. But then his whole last final retirement tour becomes about The Rock, which is what I didn't want in the first place. As soon as I saw The Rock was involved with this storyline with Cody, I think the correct route to go with that entire storyline would have been, okay, Cody turns heel on John Cena.
Oh, you're good. Hello, kitty.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sorry, a little technical difficulty there.
No, you're good.
Taylor jumped right into my microphone. Yeah, as I was saying, Cody turns heel on John Cena, and you keep John Cena babyface the entire time. I love the idea of the heel turn, but if we're going to do the heel turn, let's commit to it. Let's give him a reason, and then let's give him a very redeeming storyline where, like Hogan versus Rock, the NWO comes out, starts beating down The Rock, and the Hulkster remembers who he is and throws him out of the ring. Right. The crowd erupts.
One of my favorite matches ever, dude.
It is. It's my very favorite. It's my favorite match ever.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. You could have gotten so much more out of this. We still haven't gotten the Carmelo Hayes match. I'm a big Mello guy. They're both from Boston, dude. Like, it's just so many matches that I would have loved to see. I like the Punk stuff. The Punk stuff was really fun, but it's like, imagine if Cena was just a babyface through all this. And I hate to say that because like I said, I like the heel turn, but imagine you just had John Cena go out for his retirement tour as a babyface, and he has all these callbacks. You can do the Miz on a SmackDown. You can do Punk like they did. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you can do all these cool little callbacks. You could do a Rusev, you could do cool stuff like that, and it still would have all paid off if he was just a straight babyface, and we would have loved it. We would still love Cena. Like, we all know that Cena is one of the goats of this company, whether or not you think he can wrestle or not. We didn't even get it. We haven't gotten an AJ Styles match.
Right. Unfortunately, I just don't think he had enough dates, Justin, and he didn't
wrestle
on all of his dates.
And the date thing really like pissed me off too. Where they had to constantly just remind you, hey, he only has this many dates left. It's like, okay, well, he's on Friday Night SmackDown just cutting a promo right now. That's that's what you're giving us as one of his dates.
Yeah.
I mean, and if it is true that his last date is on Saturday night's main event, that will just be the cherry on top to me.
Yeah, I mean, it goes out like a wet fart. You know what I mean?
Right, it does. And it's like, wow, that's like this illustrious career that you've built up, the never seen 17. Mm-hmm. This is how we went out.
What a lackluster,
very lackluster,
history-making, record-breaking last title run. I mean,
just not
horrible.
Not great. I mean, he had two matches against one guy, and it was R-Truth. And don't get me wrong, I love R-Truth. But if there's someone, well, Cody too, obviously. But if you were to tell me that if John Cena had a rematch with somebody during his title run, and you said that it was R-Truth and Cody Rhodes, I would be pretty disappointed in that, all in all, honestly.
Agreed.
So, but going into that, so speaking of John Cena's just heel turn in general and his 17 championship run, who is a guy that you would like to see retire John Cena? And do you think that Cena should come out on top?
I do not. So I think he should put somebody over. The reason for that is he is not going to accept anything less.
I agree.
The man's going to go out on his shield. He is a worker's worker. He's been in the business 20 something years. He knows that's how you go out. And as much as I'd like to see him win, really, I don't need to see it. I don't need to see it. And I truly believe he should be making a star when he does this.
Yep.
I am not the biggest Carmelo Hayes fan, but a guy like Carmelo Hayes would be acceptable to me.
Yeah.
Make him just like a dastardly heel. It would be so much better for me if he still had the championship, so he could really make somebody.
Exactly.
You know, because everybody's beaten John Cena in the last 5 years. Everybody.
Yeah.
Solo Sikoa has beaten John Cena in the last 5 years.
Austin Theory beat him pretty much clean at WrestleMania.
And easily, relatively easily.
Right.
I would, if it were me, I'd give it to a guy that's like on the brink of main event status, but hasn't really broke through yet. I'd probably give it to someone like an LA Knight, a Jacob Fatu, a guy that is. But then again, you could look at it from another perspective. Those guys already are elevated enough. They don't need to be elevated.
Right.
Who do you think?
Like, just speaking of guys that are already like elevated to that point, but maybe haven't gotten to that like world championship, like long reign, like building up world championships. I would love to see a guy like Drew, but at the same time, like he's there. You know what I mean? Like he's there. He just needs that extra, not even the extra push, but it's like, dude, like that's the one thing too, which I don't want to like segue off, but like with these world championships, I can't stand if you win the world title, you have to have it for 6 months. Seth Rollins has to carry this till the next WrestleMania. No, you can't. You can give it to Drew. Like I think if Drew took it off Cody at WrestlePalooza, I would be so ecstatic because guess what? Cody could win it back in 2 months.
Right.
Seth can lose it to Gunther or whatever, and they can feud for a while, and then Gunther can feud with whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it just makes it all stale to me.
I know. You know what I mean? I completely agree with you. And it's like, one of those things where in the Attitude Era, the title was getting passed between, I mean, let's just talk about the Ruthless Aggression Era.
Right.
It was just getting passed around. And same with the Attitude Era. It was like Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho.
Cena. Yeah, exactly.
Like, you name it. Triple H,
Edge,
Undertaker, Kane, Edge. Just a mix of people were having these title reigns. And I don't think it's important. Like the title is already valuable. It's been established that it's valuable by Roman Reigns. So I think we need to go into a period of the belts kind of getting passed around, great matches, big personalities, things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And it shouldn't be like, oh, I have the world title, so I'm just unbeatable for a whole year.
Especially if they're a heel. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like Seth Rollins is a chicken shit heel. Why are we why is he not beatable? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like even with like Braun and Bronson, like he should still be able to take a loss and he'll be fine. And he'll be fine too, because he can come out on Monday Night Raw and say, I want my title back. Am I going to look at Seth Rollins and be like, oh damn, he lost to Drew McIntyre? Like,
oh god,
he's down the card now, or he lost to Jacob, or like a Jacob Fatu. Dude, we see Jacob Fatu, he's a beast. If they put Jacob Fatu over a guy like Seth Rollins, why would I blink an eye and be like, oh my gosh, like Seth is done for? No, we need to start like not even hot potato, but we need to really just start like getting these titles on other guys. How LA Knight hasn't won a world championship yet when he's been over for 2 years, I would say, is crazy to me. You know what I mean?
Unreal.
Even me and you were talking about it like a few months ago with like a guy like Bronson Reed when he was feuding with Seth. It's like a guy like Bronson Reed could be world champion still. A guy like Jacob Fatu, like you have all these guys here. Yes, bro. Like, give my boy some justice. Like he won.
He's a little title. New still. You know, you can slow burn him, but
no, yeah, I totally agree. But it's like that. It's that type of like archetype to where it's like, man, like
he's believable.
Exactly, it's believable. Like LA Knight's over as hell. Jey Uso did it. They did it with Jey, obviously 15 years after he's been in the company. But it's like when Jey Uso won the title, like, did I love it? No. But was I like, did I not understand it? At the same time, no. You have a big moment. You know what I mean? Like, it's not out of the realm of like possibility to where I'm like, how could they even do that? Like, no, it's not. And the fact that Drew hasn't won a world title, won it at WrestleMania, obviously got cashed in on, but like the fact that he's not like in the mix of like these guys, because it's been what, 4 or 5 guys lately that have held the titles.
Yep.
It's Gunther, Rollins, Cena, Cody, and Roman had it for
give
4
me a
years.
fatal 4-way or a triple threat at
Right.
a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Any pay-per-view. It doesn't have to be a big one. It doesn't have to be Survivor Series. It can be a, fast, over the limit.
Exactly.
Or, like give me a fatal 4-way like they used to do at Unforgiven or whatever, where they, you got Angle and Triple H and Chris Jericho and The Undertaker or Kane or whoever, insert a person and have them in a fatal 4-way for the title and make it unpredictable and I will enjoy it.
Yeah.
And you can build feuds off of that don't have to last 8 months. You know what I mean? More people can be added into these feuds where you're actually having it's a diverse set of champions. All these guys are getting accolades. You have now these main event stars that are all believable. You'll sell more t-shirts. You'll sell more tickets because people want to see, oh, my boy is Jacob Fatu. He just won the world title not that long ago. My boy is Sami Zayn. He just beat Jacob Fatu for the title not that long ago. And like, it's just, I feel like they're missing the boat here. They have so many stars, so many guys that could be bigger and not just mid-card guys. And they have people who are ready to be mid-card guys that can't, because there's like a log jam at the top where Seth's got to have a title and Roman's got to have a title. And do you get what I mean by that? Does that make sense?
No, I totally do. And I agree with the pay-per-views too, to where it's like, oh, well, it's not a big 4 pay-per-view. It's not SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, or WrestleMania. So no, we can't have a big world title change. Why? It's a pay-per-view.
So let's get a DQ finish instead.
Right. It's a
It's
a pay-per-view for a reason. Big things are supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Like, so someone can take it off of Rhea. You know what I mean? Like you can have like you can build up like a Roxanne Perez to be that type of champion, because we saw it in NXT. And like you said, you're not the biggest Carmelo Hayes guy, but at the same time, it's like, what are we doing with him?
Right.
Nothing. Andrade just got released. Like you bring back Andrade and it's like even Ray Fenix was a huge player in NXT. Like,
that was a big get for them from AEW.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, what are we doing? Like
nothing. That's I guess my closing point is you've got they did it recently with, you have your 2 big stars, Rhea and Bianca. Right. And Io Sky just happens to be in there. And she beats them both.
Right. And everyone loved it too.
Everyone loved it. It doesn't matter if it's predictable or not, to me. What matters is that there was another player, and I know Triple H loves Io Sky, but what matters to me is there was another player in there that wasn't one of the marquee 4. Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, or
Bianca.
Did I say Bianca? Thank you.
Yeah.
All that matters to me is that they're building more stars. I love that Tiffany's champion. Did she need to be champion for 200 and whatever days? I don't think so.
Man. And it's been so boring too. That's the thing. Like we're getting the Nia Jax thing again.
Yeah.
Like, man, like, dude, give it to Jade. See, I know Jade is green and whatnot, and she's not the best on the mic, but it's like, dude, she's got it. She's got the look.
Jade is Lex Luger.
Yeah, literally. Like, she has the look, and she's a believable champion. It's not like I look at Jade Cargill and I'm like, just don't see it, man. Like, no, you could totally see her with the strap around her waist, and it's like, man, it's really like confusing in terms of like why we cherry pick 3 to 4 men and women between the division, and it's only them. It's like you said, they should just go back to the not maybe as much, but the ruthless aggression era, to where Chris Jericho, obviously one of the best of all time, but like still like, oh, he's going against Triple H. Yeah, he could beat Triple H for sure. Yeah. Oh, like, you know what I mean? Like just guys like that, to where it's believable because you make it believable.
I think that's hard. I think that's a hard closing line. It's believable because you make it believable.
You have to make it believable. Like, exactly. I'm right. I no, right now I don't believe that Carmelo Hayes can win a world title because he's not doing shit. I don't think
believe
that Austin
he can win a United States championship right
Exactly. I don't think that I don't think that you could take Shinsuke Nakamura and put him in the Intercontinental Championship picture and, oh yeah, he's going to.
Not right now.
Right. it's like, seriously, like, we got to make some changes for sure. But
I agree.
Just the state of the Fed right now, I guess, man. You know what I mean? Like,
the state of the Fed is not good, Justin.
State of the Fed is not great right now, man. The creative needs to step up because they're kind of losing me too, man. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been tuned into Raw and SmackDown as much as I once was.
Yeah.
During Mania season, man, it's every week. All right, I'm locked in. Let's see what Cena has to say. Let's see how I want Dom to win the IC title. Like, let me see what he can do. Same thing there. Why can't Dom be like in the world heavy? I know it's early, and I know that one day he most likely will be, but it's like I want him to be like a chicken shit heel that I can believe that can win the world title, which obviously he just won the AAA title.
Yeah, AAA Mega awesome. Championship, man. But, I'm excited about that.
That's awesome, bro. I love that.
He's going to be insufferable for the next like 3 months.
He is, and I can't wait. That's my guy. That's my favorite personally. It's like him, Fatu, guys like that. But yeah, I can't wait for that. That's one thing that I will give them credit for is that was a pretty awesome move, and I'm glad that they finally pulled the trigger because I felt like they could have did it in the Fatal 4-Way at what is it? It's is it Triple Mania? Yeah.
Yeah, probably Triple Mania.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I'm glad that they finally did that, and I think that's an awesome move. But all in all, man, like we said, the state of the Fed is just
it's looking bleak.
I don't know, man. It's looking pretty. It's going downhill, I'd say, for sure. But
a few bright spots. Maybe we'll get to those next time. But right now, I don't feel encouraged.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm not feeling much encouragement right now. Yeah, I'm just not feeling much confidence. Mm-hmm. So I'll definitely have to reinstore that back into the company, which I don't know if I want to have optimism that they will, but it's like, man, like you got to start making some moves, man. You got to start hot potatoing these titles a little bit. You got to start making new stars. You're calling up people. You're going to have to call up a Trick Williams. You're going to have to call up a Obafemi soon. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, could I see a Wesley coming in and being a U.S. title holder? No, not right now with how it's going.
But he'd be a good jobber. He'd be a good Stevie Richards. You know, he'd be a guy that could have a good match, and that'll be it.
Right.
And, you know, Obafemi can hold the Intercontinental Championship for 856 days.
Right.
Like Triple H likes to do, and that'll be good.
Even
and
like
we'll play with it.
Yeah, right. And that's what it's going to be. Because even like an Ilya, like to me, you can bring back Ilya and put him right in that U.S. title picture.
100%.
Like he can. Sami Zayn's doing the open challenges, like, but pull the trigger, have Ilya return and win it. Why not, dude? That's exciting. That's what we want to see. That's what, you know. It's stuff like that like grabs you, and you're like, all right, I want to see this from here on out.
And leading up to that, you can throw everybody at him. You can bring back Omos for a match. You can bring back. You can throw a legend at him. You can do all kinds of stuff leading up to it. Give him a slow heel turn or something, you know, and then have Ilya Dragunov come back and just smash him. That'd be great.
Right. It would. It'd be great. And it's stuff that we want to see. Just exciting moments at the right time. And like you said, it doesn't matter if it's predictable, in my opinion. At this point, we're getting way too unpredictable to where it's like, all right, this is like...
I'm exhausted.
Yeah. It's almost like unpredictable to the point where it is predictable. Yes. Did I think that Seth Rollins was losing the world title? No. What? No. In the Fatal 4-Way? No. There was not a chance. There's not... At SummerSlam? No. There was not a... You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
But, well, yeah, man, we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, man. It was awesome. That was a State of the Fed, you guys. Bro, we got to do this again for sure.
Yeah, we'll do it again soon.
Another one. We'll do some, maybe some WrestlePalooza predictions or something like that. I know that's coming up. So,
sounds good.
Get together soon. So, thank you guys for watching, man. Appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.